All right, have we got a treat for you today? This is a Robjohnsons Cypress salt. You may have seen one of these before, but not like this one, because to the best of my knowledge, this is the only salt version that has ever been made and released. So, if you've seen everybody else's videos, this one won't be that much different because it's kind of the same knife, just out of different materials. So I'm not the first guy to show the Cypress. Sad to say, but that's just how my channel runs. All of the other people, the typical, you know who they are. All the big guys have already shown this stuff. So, but anyway, I'm going to give you my take on it, which, having not watched any of their other videos, I'm guessing my take's going to be just a little bit different, as it always is. All right, so first off, let's look at this packaging. And I know packaging is a kind of, people get irritated when I say I like a nice packaging. Okay, we have a nice dovetail box. I don't know if he makes the boxes himself or not. I want to say yes, but I don't know that for sure. Nice foam cutout and a lid that slides in and out, right? The beauty of it, though, which I didn't even know in the unboxing, was your certificate of authenticity, your COA, is, wow, I zoomed in way too much, is on the back of the box lid. So this is saltwater. It's Cypress number 102. You can see all the details there. I don't need to read it to you. But they just made this one in January 24th. What? Like, I'm not even sure when they made that. January 26th of 24. So he's in Northern Europe. He's in Latvia. And so they go day, month, year. Kind of screwed me up there for a second. I knew what I was talking about to begin with, but yeah, day, month, and year, which that's a whole different topic. But logistically, that makes more sense than the way we do it here in the United States by going month, day, and then the year. Really, day, month, year makes some sense to me. All right, so you see its signature is NM because it's not Robjohnsons. His name is Nicholas. The company name is Robjohnsons because his grandfather's name was Rob. His great-grandfather's name was John, and they're all sons of that. So he named it after his grandfather and his great-grandfather, which were both very well-known and accomplished blacksmiths. Okay? So I don't know how they pronounce it. Is it Robjohnsons, Robjohnsons, whatever. You get the point. This thing is super crazy light, as I almost just dropped it, right? But anyway, let's just dive into the specs and then we'll talk about what I like and what I don't like. 4 5/16 closed, 7.5 inches overall, 3.2 inch blade, 3.07 cutting edge, 0.008 behind the edge. This thing is crazy sharp. Blade thickness starts out thin at 0.115 and it just gets thinner with the hollow grind. I mean, it's just so cool. Now it does kind of taper down here at the tip. It's not really a tanto, but you can definitely feel there's a transition right here where it starts to taper down even a little bit thinner up here in the front. It is Vanex super clean steel, as you saw on the COA. Overall thickness is 0.413, and it weighs in at just 2.5 ounces, which is crazy for a full titanium knife. I'm just blown away. And it runs on skiff ceramic bearings, which is a little unusual to say that because a lot of companies aren't telling you that they're using skiffs. And they may be, or they may not be, but like some companies may use them and just not say they're using them. But I thought that was cool because a lot of times, for reasons I don't quite fully understand, people are buying a brand new knife, taking it apart, doing measurements, and then ordering skiff bearings and replacing the existing ceramic bearings with skiff bearings. I'm not into that, but that's okay. Okay. What makes this the salt version? The Van Eyck Super Clean can't rust. And I use the term can't very loosely. Okay. Titanium doesn't rust. Titanium pocket clip, titanium pivots, titanium hardware. N390 690 for the steel lock bar insert, and the stop pin, the pivot barrel, all of that is also rust resistant, non-corrosive, all of that good stuff. Let's zoom in and take a look at this thing. This thing is just a thing of beauty. Like, it really is. The teal and green anodizing on this is just amazing. In the natural light, it's even better. It looks good here under the LED studio panel light, but outside, oh man. Very deep 3D milled pocket, weight-saving pockets on the inside. You can see it here. They're so big, I don't even really need to get a flashlight like I normally do. Milled pocket clip, captive pivot. This side is milled in such a way that it can't turn. Only this side does, which I think is very ingenious. It adds kind of a clover shape to it. I don't know. I think it looks great. And it does have an over travel stop, so you cannot unlock it too far. I think it's super cool. What do I not like about it? The fact that it's only a front flipper, number one, which you guys already guessed. I didn't even have to tell you that I don't like that aspect of it, right? I really kind of hate that aspect of it. The front flipper does work, but it's not as... there's other front flippers that work better. This new breed EDC Clydesdale, I think that's what that's called. It does stick up a little bit higher, but it just works with more authority. I don't worry about it. Now, part of that is because this knife is physically bigger, so I get a better grip in my hand to activate that front flipper. Here, it is smaller. Whereas on the Clydesdale, my thumb would be out here to open it. Here, it's back in. So it just doesn't fire quite as well. Okay? It still works great. Not a problem per se. It's personal preference. The pocket clip, and Joseph, who loaned this in, told me they are redesigning the pocket clip a little bit to be a little bit taller so that it can fit in your jeans easier and better, to give it a little more height, if you will, just kind of as an example here. However, that being said, I don't have a problem putting this in my jeans, as shocked as I was. When I saw it, I was like, is this really going to work? And it works fine. Yes, a little more height to it would make it work better. But it works surprisingly well for being as kind of short and shallow as it is, even in my jeans. Okay? Now, I do have a pair of 511 jeans that has some extra material there in the corner of the pocket. This would not work in that. But a lot of my normal knives don't work in those jeans either. Okay? Now, one other thing that is really a nitpick, and it's just a thing for me, I'm sure, is sometimes when you go to close it, you don't get it past the detent, and it's a little bit, it's hard to explain. Right here is where the detent is, okay? If I grab another knife, let's see how this one is. I didn't test this one. So this one is on the detent right there, just barely. So as you go to close it, you're always past the detent, so you can just drop it like that, right? This guy, you think you're past the detent, but you're not. So it kind of binds up against the detent, and if you go to shake it, depending on how you shake it, you'll sometimes either get it down or you can do it so that it'll then lock unintentionally. I think you guys know what I mean. It's hard to kind of describe and explain in video. It's kind of something you have to feel. So my point is, I wish the detent ball was maybe a little bit higher up so that you would pass the detent around here and you would know that you're able to close it. Nitpick, I know. All right, so since we're talking lightweight, we've got to pull out the VC Edge interface. And for just comparison's sake, there is the detent right there. So again, it's just, and I don't even know that, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So here is a size comparison with the VC Edge. This comes in at 1.6 ounces for this one, 1.5 and some change. I think my scale rounds it to 1.6. On this particular one, my other one is 1.5 over here. But same deal, right? Same thing. It's just crazy to me how you can get this at 2.5 ounces. Now I'm getting confused. Sorry. It feels great in the hand. It works well outside of it being a front flipper. I think if this was a thumb stud, you can get in there and use the thumb hole. Sorta. It takes some effort. You kind of have to position your thumb in just the right way to do it. Okay. So it's not really intended for that. I'm guessing the hole is more aesthetic. Great access to the lock bar. Overall, I think it's a good knife. Now these start at like $650, $675 and go up. And I'll put a link to their website so you can go check it out. It has a bunch of options. They're sold out right now, but you can pick the milling pattern, the colors. You know, you get to pick a la carte everything that you want on your knife, even though these ones are sold out. They're coming out with the new models and all, you know, they're making them by hand. So they are available how they are available. You know what I mean? But all in all, it's a super cool knife. Now, Latvia is 10 hours ahead of where I am. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to get Nicholas on the EDC hour because it'll be like 3 a.m. for him to do a live show like that. So I don't know that that's going to work. Maybe we can work something out, or we can change the day, or we can, you know, film him, just Alex and I, and then, you know, post it or something like that. Because I would like to talk to him. He's a newer maker. I don't exactly know how long they've been around. Here's another custom that is also light, not at the 2.5 ounce light, but this is the RJ Martin Q36 SS, and it's light because it's a lot of carbon fiber. So, Joseph, man, thanks for sending this one in. It was super cool to check out. I know in the unboxing, it got a lot of comments because people had heard about it and liked them and wanted to know more about it. So I hope I did it justice, and I hope you got something different from my video than you did from everybody else's, because I hope to bring something a little different to the table than just the standard cookie cutter, everything is great mentality, because nothing is always great. There's always something. And I have made comments about Frank Fisher and having a few little things I would have tweaked, or Ed Kim at Red Horse Knife Works. Not everything is perfect, even from makers that I absolutely love and respect and collect. So yeah, from me, you're never going to get everything is just perfect. So anyway, you already know, and now I'm just rambling. So have a great day. Thank you very much. Link to their website down below, link to their Instagram down below. And as always, have a fantastic day.